Right on schedule, aren't we?
Hey, everybody, welcome back to the Multiverse of Toys podcast. That's right, TMT, baby. We're here, we're back, episode 4. We're going to be, my man, as always, the 80s kid.
That's right, the 80s kid, Sean O'Brien here, co-hosting the Multiverse of Toys, TMT.
And you know me, Mr. MOC, Mint on Card, AC. And this episode, Sean and I are going to kind of get in the Wayback Machine, and we're going to talk about our days in the cons. And, well, you know, we never really left.
It's not a time machine, it's a Wayback Machine.
Let's say the Wayback Machine
machine
to the big cons. Let's put it that way. Because
We're
we're kind of
talk-
still doing the small cons nowadays, but
Yeah. Well, we
know.
dialed it back.
back in 2018, that was the last time.
Yeah, but we're
you and I
gearing up
did.
to start doing the bigger ones
Yeah.
again.
Oh, yeah,
That's
we're-
the goal here. I want to get way
You heard
back
it here
into
first, folks. The Multiverse of Toys podcast, your hosts. We're getting back in the big con game. That's right.
Don't call it a comeback. Been selling
Been at
toys
it
for years.
yeah, that's right, man.
So this episode, we're going to be talking about our experiences selling
Mm-hmm.
at conventions, the culture that surrounds the conventions that we love. We love everything about the conventions, the cosplay, the fans, the guests, the whole experience is so cool. So we're going to take a little ride back into how it all started for us
and
what
definitely
we've been doing lately.
And definitely throwing down some tips too about, you know, what it takes to have a good booth too. You know?
Sure, yeah. And as always, guys, feel free to hit us up on social media,
Mm-hmm.
questions, anything you want to hear in the show. If you guys curious anything about selling, if you want any tips, we've been there, done that quite a few times, plenty of years. Our Twitter handle at TM Toy Pod, Instagram TM Toy Pod, Facebook The Multiverse of Toys Podcast. The website is thetoypodcast.com. And email us at multiverse@thetoypodcast.com. I'm super excited about this new name we got. I think it's really cool.
And of course, yet again, got to give a shout out to that awesome nephew of yours, RJ O'Brien. Look at that.
RJ O'Brien with the sweet logo.
Amazing
Loving
logo.
that.
Love it. And,
Boom.
and I'm going to tell you, Sean, dude, you killed it with those little robot guys with the little chains we got up in the front
You
here.
love those, don't you? Those
Oh
are our
my God,
mascots now.
They are.
I was
going to
sell those
I'm glad
on
you
eBay.
did.
Like,
I'm really glad you
I'll
did.
sell them. It's a pair.
These guys
And I
are
was looking
mad
at them.
cool.
I go, these guys would be dope in front of the logo. And what can I say? They are
They're
dope.
awesome, man. I love
They're
them.
little hip hop
They are.
robots, dude. Yeah, they're cool. So we're going to do some segments before we get into the meat of the show. We got Off the Shelf. We got Toys in the Hood.
That's right.
Why don't you start off? What you got?
Well, let's see here. Toys in the Hood. I did find a bit of a gem at a comic book shop.
Oh, yeah?
Now, I will say I'm not that into that because it's an 80s show that it wasn't around really when I was getting into the, I
Something
was
you didn't
born in
watch?
85, so,
Yeah.
I mean, something I didn't really watch when I was a kid. But something that dives into your realm there, Sean, Silverhawks.
Yes.
And I believe this man's name or
Oh,
beast
all right.
is
Buzzsaw. Yeah,
yes.
it is Buzzsaw. You know the name of the bird?
is it Shredor?
Shredditor.
Shredditor, excuse me.
Yeah, that was close, bro.
Thank
Proud
you.
of you.
Thank you.
This
Appreciate
figure
it.
is whatever. Sweet.
PG-13,
This
folks.
the Silverhawks line is awesome, man. I lump it together a lot of times with Thundercats, just kind of similar and same
Yeah.
time period and similar characters. the heroes were chrome, so it's hard to find them in good condition now. If you could find them in mint condition, they're worth
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
a ton of money. But these characters are really unique. This one is really cool. You move the head up and down.
Man,
and as
look at that.
Yeah, when you move the head up and down, or the top half of his head comes up and down, there's saw blades on his shoulders that spin. They spin super fast.
Listen,
too.
not to rag on today's toys, but I mean, look at this.
Dude, the technology.
yeah,
of this
right?
thing, genius.
Yeah, the time put into
Yeah.
developing something like this. I mean,
Sure.
you don't get that nowadays in a lot of stuff.
The guy that designed this, they got him from a rocket science company. in,
Oh well, it shows because look at it. I mean,
No, but it's awesome, right? This is in really good shape too.
No,
Did you
yeah.
pay a good price for this?
believe it or not, $15.
What?
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you could sell this for a lot more online for sure. This
Heck
is
yeah.
a killer toy.
Yeah, somebody didn't know what they were doing there. But
I might have to trade you
yeah.
something for that.
All
That's
right.
cool, man.
Yeah, he's killer,
Toys
man.
in the hood. So we found that in a comic book store. That's not off the shelf. That's not retail.
No, finally got a little one leg up on you, buddy.
Oh, you got any more?
No, that's it for now. But I do have off the shelf stuff.
What you got off the shelf?
And so, like me, I've been ranting and raving about this distribution problem.
Yes.
But it's been a blessing and a curse all at the same, because now a lot of stuff that we haven't, that we've been having real problems finding if you're in certain waves of, whatever, Marvel Legends, Star Wars.
Sure.
They're starting to pop up now. And I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. And I ended up finding the new sort of new Marvel Legends Spider-Man No Way Home wave. Yeah.
Really?
Now, I was, I got a love-hate relationship with Marvel Legends because I love it because they're so cool and they come with those awesome Build-A-Figures. And of course
I love the Build-A-Figures.
The hate is like, well, I got to get all 7 of the wave, and there's so many of them, and it's like my wallet hates me after a while.
Yeah,
you know
how many
mean?
legends can you have?
Exactly.
It's like everybody a legend.
Yeah, I don't know. But anyway, I'll bust a few out.
Dazzler, legend.
Yeah.
It's like,
is
she a legend, bro?
Well, I guess so, because they have, I think, 2 or 3 versions of her out.
Oh,
So
my God.
yeah, there's like a 70s disco Dazzler, the classic Dazzler. So yeah.
70s one sounds cool.
It was a pretty nice one they did.
What you got? Yeah, let me see these bad
first
boys.
one up. And let me move Buzzsaw here. I got the black and gold Spider-Man right here.
Oh, that one's cool.
Now, the Build-A-Figure in this line is Armadillo, who I'm not very familiar with, but he's
familiar with him
badass Build-A-Figure. Look at that thing.
He's huge, bro.
Yeah, huge, man.
He looks like he could go toe-to-toe with the Juggernaut.
Absolutely.
Armadillo. I don't remember him from the comic books.
Yeah,
I
don't
either.
either.
Characters out there. This is an awesome figure. This costume the Spider-Man's rocking is sweet.
Right?
Yeah, the black suit with the gold webbing kind of trim on his chest and torso face. And then he's got the red underneath on his forearms and fingertips. That's cool. Very cool.
Dude, and anytime these like movie Spider-Man figs come out, all the time, man, the money's always there. The value of those things, always.
Yeah, that's rad.
Yeah.
What
So
else
I
you
got
got?
him. Also from that line.
How many are in this Build-A-Figure? 6?
6. And then, of course, there's
7.
There's an extra one, but doesn't have a Build-A-Figure piece to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they do
That's
that
weird.
from time to time, yeah.
Who's the one without the piece?
That's another version of Spider-Man. We haven't gotten there yet, but I do have them.
Let's see.
Yeah. Let me hear. I got to dig for him,
Who
but
the fuck is Moreland?
yeah.
The vampire?
Yeah, he's, I don't know, another Morbius ripoff, I guess. But
Morbius
here,
is,
Doctor Strange.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Speaking of Doctor Strange, ties in nicely to the name of our show.
That
This
is.
new movie coming out, The Multiverse of Madness.
I know. I can't wait.
Multiverse of Toys, Multiverse of Madness.
What a casting, huh?
Oh,
Benedict
yeah.
Cumberbatch.
He's an amazing actor,
dude, killer, and he's the perfect Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
I love him.
He's
to
super
death.
talented, man.
Yeah, absolutely.
He's definitely one of those actors that has an amazing range. Really gets into his characters. You know, he's like, I don't know, he's just brilliant.
Yeah, he is. I'll watch anything he's in, really.
Yeah, he's almost like up there with Daniel Day-Lewis, in my opinion.
Where they dive into that role, full head on. Yeah, they do.
So this is cool. Okay, so this actually, I didn't talk about the piece. The Spider-Man, and the first one he showed me has one of his Armadillo's legs.
Yep.
And then this Doctor Strange one's got the face, which is cool. I like the detail in that.
Right?
Yeah, it's really neat. No Way Home, Doctor Strange.
And one thing when you get one of those, I've had a few of those big Build-A-Figures like that. Those things weigh a lot, man.
Yeah.
I mean, it's quite amazing feat when you finally get it all together.
Oh yeah, it's a nice thick plastic. They put a lot of. They're cool. They're not like those shitty ass Titan Hero series. Those garbage figures.
Those things are the
Wouldn't you
worst.
be pissed if like your aunt was like, "Oh, I buy you this Spider-Man figure," and it was one of those Titan Heroes, and you're like, "Cool, like the fuck out of here."
I mean, yeah. They're really meant, I think, for the youngest of kids. But,
yeah, if you were 2 years old, you just grab the thing and you're like, "Yay, Thor!" But
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah,
But,
they're so cheap and cheesy looking.
But anyway, I got Moreland. Here's Moreland.
Oh, it's the guy I was just asking.
that's what you're talking about.
Moreland, huh?
Yeah, yet again, it's like another vampire
Ooh,
creature
yeah.
that wants to feed off Spider-Man's powers. I don't know.
Oh, really?
But yeah,
got
I just
one,
think he's a Morbius ripoff. But
one of Armadillo's arms, and this one, I forgot to get a shot of this one. So here's the Doctor Strange one.
Yep. Take a look.
This is Moreland, the wannabe Morbius.
Yep.
He looks cool. I like his suit.
Yeah,
It's pretty
more
interesting.
traditional, right?
Yeah.
For like a vampire creature.
They always do a really good job of these Legends figures, the
Yeah.
detail. It's
Hasbro
pretty
kills it,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, for sure. Moreland. Cool. What else you got? Oh, I like the art on the side of these two. They did a good job.
Yeah,
with
they always
the box
do.
art.
Speaking of which, yet again, going back, one thing they're is Hasbro's killing it is Star Wars, man. The Black Series, the artwork on it is so beautiful.
It's odd though. I like to stack the boxes next to each other,
Yeah.
and if you look at the side art on this, Moreland is a cartoon, and then Doctor Strange is from the live action movie.
Well, they always do that. They always
they?
like
They always mix and match
they've been from now on. They've been doing when they do these movie waves.
Yeah.
They do a lot, like 3-4 characters depending on how
Doesn't
much.
flow good from the side.
No,
Just a nitpick
but they
a
always
little bit.
they put 2 comic book characters in each wave now. So,
Oh, okay.
and speaking of which, actually, well, the one figure which contains the body, the
torso.
torso of Armadillo. I don't have her with me, but it was Scream.
She wasn't in the store. When you
No,
scooped
I
all
do
these up?
have her. I
didn't bring
bought
her?
her from another store a while back, and I opened her, so I didn't end up bringing her around. But
Should have brought her, dude. This whole
not
presentation
Scream.
you're doing right now
I'm-
would have been better.
Oh, sorry, yeah, I'm a little
That's all
rusty
right.
on this, but anyway, Shriek.
Just next time,
Excuse
don't
me.
fuck up like that.
All right, sorry. Shriek. That's her
Shriek.
name. Yeah, which is also the character that.
I guess I could pull her up online since you didn't bring her.
All right, well, pull her up.
Shriek.
Shriek. Remember Shriek from the new Venom Carnage movie? Let There Be
Yes.
Carnage.
Oh yeah.
So that's her. So anyway, so she comes with the torso, and I didn't bring her. There she is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she kind of looks like Domino.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, right? Yeah, so she's a really cool figure. I like that a lot. They did a good job with her.
Oh, that's a really cool figure. I'm
Right?
digging that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she sell for a lot of money now?
I don't think so. Yeah,
I
one
like
of
the blue eye.
the
and
comic book characters are never as popular as the movie figs.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it just doesn't go as mainstream, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's a cool figure. Damn,
Yeah, I
I want
do.
that now.
Do you? Oh,
Yeah.
crap. I left her on the peg, too, when I was buying this because I already had her.
Oh, you could have scooped me up one?
Yeah, sorry, bro.
Hey, it doesn't cost you anything to shoot me a text,
All
right?
right. I know.
You're not
My
on the
bad.
pay per text plan, are you? On your phone?
No, not anymore. Not from years
I'm always
ago.
available for you, bro. Come on.
Thank you. Same here. Right back at you.
Yeah,
One to another here. Anyway, so that's Shriek. She's number 6 in the line with the torso.
She come with a weapon?
No, she doesn't come with anything. Oh, she
Yeah.
comes with different hands. Excuse me.
Cool.
A couple different hands. But anyway, next up, now this is the hottest figure when he came out when he had his own movie.
Out of these Armadillo ones?
Well, yeah, and the Armadillo ones anyway. Miles Morales here. There he is. Now this is from the Gamerverse. It's not from the.
Oh, weird.
Yeah,
and
right?
the box is a little different too, but it's still the
Exactly.
same piece of the Build-A-Figure?
Yep. Mm-hmm. I think he comes with an
Miles
arm.
Morales. This comes with the other leg.
Okay, excuse me.
Cool, yeah, and he's got extra hands and extra head without
Mhm.
the mask, and then these like lightning hands.
Yeah.
Was that a special power of his? I forget. the
No,
movie
I think they
watched.
did it for the game, whatever game he was.
Oh, he's got some
involved
kind
in.
of lightning power punch or
Yeah.
something. This is cool. I like his
Right?
outfit.
Yeah.
Black and red.
Comes with the extra head, so that one's definitely I think the hottest one in that line.
Yeah. So this one's the most sought after, most
I think
expensive?
so. I'll be honest with you. When I bought that was the first time I ever saw it on the shelf. The rest of these I've seen before on shelves, but that one's
Stand
not.
that one up over there.
Yeah, real quick.
All right, so we got 4 so far, and then you have Shriek at home.
Yeah. And then I got here J. Jonah Jameson.
Triple J.
Yep, from the movie.
This actor's really cool too. In the
Yes.
movie. Does those insurance commercials now? They're
Yeah,
pretty
the
good.
farm.
Been
farm
there, done
ones.
that, yeah. This is cool. This comes with the armadillo arm,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah,
Right?
dude in a suit. Cool.
Yeah, dude in a suit.
There you go. Are you gonna open these and build the figure?
I think so.
Yeah, I think you should. This is
Yeah.
a cool one.
Yeah, he's really cool, man. I like him a lot.
You could
the
probably build the
Armadillo.
figure, sell these guys by themselves.
Oh, yeah.
and then this build a figure is only gonna go
Bro.
up. They always do.
It's like you're in my head. And then this is the additional one. So
This is the Tony Stark suit that he gave him.
yes.
Yeah,
So
this is cool.
they tend to do this now from time to time where there's an additional figure.
Oh, it looks so
And there's no-
empty without the part. in there.
Exactly. There's no build-a-figure
even
piece
like
to it. Mhm.
Light and shit.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So
Bullshit.
I
mean,
know
the figure's
it's
cool.
It's another addition to extend the line and make
And it
more
even
money
says
off
build
ya.
a figure Marvel's Armadillo, and there's no piece in there. That's
Yeah, I
fucking
know.
whack.
It is kind of weird, but what are you gonna do? But that's a very cool Spider-Man. I like that a lot.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So there's 6 figures that have the piece in it.
Yep.
But there's 7 total in this line. This one doesn't have the piece.
They just did that recently.
So much cooler if you walked in here with Shriek. You know,
All right,
you know me well enough. You know you would have bought that
know.
last night. I would have gave you money.
I'm sorry.
It's all right.
That's my bad.
I'm gonna stop harping on you. I'm sorry, man.
All right.
It
Anyway.
can all be perfect. So cool, man. This
Yeah.
is nice, bro.
Right? It's
Where'd you
a
get
hell
this
of a
from?
wave,
Walmart?
dude. Walmart. Yeah.
What are these? $20?
Yeah. Well, they price hike now. They're up to $22.99 now.
$22.99.
Yeah.
That seems to be the going rate for a nice detailed 6-inch. Right?
Yeah, for now.
Yeah.
Hopefully it stays there. I don't know. It's starting to get real scary out there. We might be hitting a $24.99 price point at some real soon. But
it's nuts. I like these, man. I want to get these. now.
Right?
Yeah, for sure.
it's a killer line. I was really, really shocked that this was sitting on the pegs.
What
'Cause,
about
I mean,
Gamerverse? Did you have to get that at GameStop? Or is
no,
that
no, that's part of the wave. So it'll show up.
Oh, okay. It's
Yeah.
not a GameStop exclusive. Those Gamerverse
Nope.
ones, because I've seen those around, but I only remember seeing them in the
I have
video game stores.
Yeah, I have another one, another line I bought because GameStop was starting to clearance out that it was the Zemu wave, which Zemu is like a sort of like a Yeti character, which is like one of Hulk's adversaries. And I thought Zemu was pretty badass, so I started collecting some of them, and it was the villains line. And the only one I couldn't find was Red Skull because he was the most popular out of the bunch. And I only ended up buying the head off eBay from some guy. So, but once I was gonna sell him, but then when I put him together, I'm like, man, this is really cool. He's like on par with the Armadillo character.
This
here.
Armadillo character is cool. Look
Right?
At that,
Look at that thing. He's
Beast.
badass, man.
Yeah.
Did I maybe spark a little bit for tingling for your wallet to get something,
Bro, I gotta sell some stuff. I gotta
I
tell you,
know.
I'm a little.
Been
I'm
going
looking
a
at my
little-
bank account. I'm like, I'm going a little crazy. It's easy to
know.
buy it. It's hard to list
I
it
know.
on eBay and make that money back.
I know my wallet hates me sometimes.
I know,
I'm
and I was
like,
gonna do it
"Ooh."
yesterday too, and I didn't. I was just like displaying stuff and tweaking stuff
hard,
in my
man.
room. You know, I
Very
hung
hard.
my turtles over there. You saw it is. It's hard.
Mhm.
People
Yeah.
think like when they sell stuff on Craigslist, they're so crazy with their prices. They're like trying to sell it for more than what it's worth
Oh, yeah.
online, and I'm like, well, you fucking clean it up, photograph it, list it on
Mhm.
eBay, take it to the post office, wait for
Yeah.
it to sell. It's not easy.
No.
Why would I pay you for what it's already selling for?
This
Like-
is not like where like you got a garage sale out in your driveway.
Oh,
you throw
garage
it
sale.
out
People
there.
come up and you offer you like pennies
Yeah.
on the dollar for
I
stuff,
know.
bro. It's like
I'll
it's
give
not
you
even
a
worth
dollar
it.
for it. No, no,
Right.
I'm not giving you a dollar for it. No.
I did this garage sale, gosh, like a year and a half ago,
Mhm.
and I just had so many video games, and I put ads for it out on Craigslist, and I showed some video games that I had. And
Yeah, I remember that.
I
big
even said
collection
like
you had.
no early birds. I was gonna do it at 8 a.m. Of course, this
All right.
dude shows up at like 7:15 as I'm setting up. Like he wants my video games. He wants to buy all of them.
Okay.
And I'm like already annoyed that he's there early. And I'm like, whatever. Just need to get rid of some of the stuff
Yeah.
anyways. I'm so behind.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go to sell him this whole lot. He's like, offer me something, it's a ridiculous price. I was like, no, man. It's like, if you want, and dude, I gave him a good
Yeah.
price. And I go to sell it to him, but I noticed, I don't know how, but there was like a complete Final Fantasy VII in the whole mix.
Okay.
And it wasn't supposed to be in there because like that's one of my favorite games. So I'm like,
Mhm.
I was like, oh, well, I got to take this out. I didn't realize it was in here. He's like, oh, that's such an expensive game. I'm like, yeah, but the price you're offering me is half of what this
Yeah.
game alone is worth. Like
he knew what he
dude,
was
I
doing.
gave him like there was
Yeah.
like 8 vintage systems in there. I mean, he got an amazing deal. And I was like,
hate
I'm
that.
taking this out, and you're still paying this price. He's like, fine. He took it.
Yeah, see, that's what always gives me a gripe on it. Listen, everybody wants a good price for stuff, right?
Yeah.
But come on, as a collector, have like some mutual respect on
Dude,
stuff. Like
remember that
really.
one convention I had those vintage Star Wars figures, and I had a few left, and the guy walked on. He offered me something so ridiculous for those.
No, I'm
they
not
were like
surprised.
nice
Yeah.
vintage loose Star Wars figures, and he was like, "How about like I don't know what they were for, but his fucking offer was so
Was it like
low.
$15 or something?
No, it was like it pissed me off. I'm like, are you? I was
Yeah.
like, what do you want me to give these away? I was like, you know what? These aren't even for sale anymore. And I put them in a bin and put them under the skirt. And I was
good
like,
for
get
you.
out of here.
Yeah, no,
It's
good for
like-
you.
It's ridiculous, dude.
Oh, I had a guy
It was
one
the
time. Yeah, do the
Offer
same.
was so low, it was like disrespectful. I felt
Oh
like.
no, I agree.
Yeah.
Listen, like I had the what was it, the Man of Steel, when Mattel still had the DC line, and it was from the movie Superman, Man of Steel,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a bunch of those figures from the movie line. There was I think it was the Masterverse they were calling it at the time, or Movie Masters. That was it. It was Movie Masters. And, selling them off, they weren't worth a ton of money, but I was at least trying just to get my money back off of them. And he came in a couple times in the booth when we were doing Megacon one year, and, and I sold a couple of them, and then I had a price that was a little lower. I lowered them later on. And he comes back like the next day and he's like, "Oh my God, these are in your $10 bid." He goes, "Well, why didn't you have these up yesterday? Why when you offered?" I said, "Well, that was yesterday. I'm trying to make the most out of this. This isn't
Did
like
he buy some off you the day before?
Oh, he was well
for more.
Yeah,
And he was
actually, I
that
take
they're
that
now
back. Yeah,
cheaper?
he bought one the day before off of me, and he came back in the booth.
Well, how much were they the day before? Like $15?
No, it was like $5 or $6 more or something.
Right, and he was like giving you shit. The next
Yeah,
day?
he was giving me crap
Oh,
about it.
man.
Oh, I would have bought all of them if you would have gave me a deal. And I said, well, I was trying to sell them to get him back what I could, man. I
Right.
said, I've been, then like whatever I had left, I had him in my cheap bin. Then he wanted him to try to bundle them up and even cheaper, even more. And I'm like, no. I'm like, you're getting a better deal today. You're getting them a cheaper deal. I'm not going to give you anything more. I told him, I said, I'm practically giving them to you then. I said, I'm not doing that. I'm here to make money. And finally, he paid my rate. But I was like, you just have mutual respect. Like, really. Like, we're not here to, like, hand things off and be like, oh, well, great. You're a fellow collector. I don't mind giving it to you.
Well, I mean, you have a lot of overhead when you're doing those booths. So,
No, that's true. But
do you have anything else off the shelf or?
No, that's it for this week.
Those are nice, man.
Right?
I'm a little jelly of these Spider-Man figures you got. I'm gonna be honest. I got to try to come up
It's
on some of those
enticing.
now. I want that Armadillo Build-A-Figure now.
Right? Dude,
I'm not gonna get this.
Bro, he goes for about 70 to 80 on eBay right now.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I bet.
Yeah, he's a nice piece.
He looks big.
right?
All right.
He's
so
definitely one of the better, more detailed Build-A-Figures they've done, Marvel for sure.
I got.
What'd you get
I found
this
some
week?
toys in the hood.
Okay.
Let's clear
All right.
these off.
Yeah, let me hear.
I did some more thrifting, and I got a few, not much, but it's always exciting when you find loose action figures that are in pretty good shape.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
you get them for like killer deals
I
too.
can't believe some of the stuff people like they actually give away. Like if you just do a little time, you can find it and make something. Oh my God,
Speaking
Killer
of
Croc.
killer deals, I got this Killer
Dude.
Croc. I think this is like
Nice
2000,
nice segue into that. By the way.
2012, 2013. Check it out. You raise his arms.
Uh-huh.
And
Oh
his
my
jaw
God, man.
opens. So I think I paid $2 or $3 for this guy.
Oh my God. Of course.
Definitely sells
of course
on eBay
you
for like
did.
15.
Of course you did.
And he's in really good shape. And I've seen him a lot on eBay without the tail.
Mm-hmm.
And as you can see, he's got
Now is that
full
complete?
on got a tail. I don't know if he has any accessories. I didn't do research it that much. I'm probably gonna sell him online.
Dude, that's
he's
so
cool
clean
though, huh?
too, man.
Yeah, he's more of a mechanical version of the Killer Croc, where he's got some armor plating, and then his jaws, his lower jaw's mechanical, and yeah, check him out.
Wow,
Super
man.
clean, right? Look
Yeah.
at that.
Damn, they did a great job.
He's
on
almost
this.
mint.
Seriously,
Have you seen that figure before?
I have not.
Check.
I
this
do
out.
remember this animation line though.
Oh, he was on a there was a show with that style.
Yeah, it was one of
character,
those new Batman animated series they did not
and he
too
had
long
this
ago.
stuff, all the mechanical stuff. Yeah.
It's very
Pretty
cool,
cool,
man.
huh?
Very nice.
Check this out, bro.
Oh, Thing.
This is the thing. I think this is a Toy Biz.
Toy Biz. The
check the
beginning
stamp.
of the Marvel Legends, right? The Build-A-Figures.
I think so, but I'm always a big fan of the Thing. I wish he was a little tougher. He always gets his ass kicked by the Hulk, but I like watching him fight. And this is 2002, bro. So this figure's 20 years old.
Wow.
Looks mint.
God.
The detail's nice.
Can you
Look at
believe
that.
Saying
That's what I think.
2002, 20 years ago, man.
No, I can't. I look at the
God,
date
I
on the
know.
bottom of his foot, and I'm like, damn, that's so old, but it's
God,
not
man.
really.
Till this day, it still feels like 20 years ago was 82. You know what I mean?
$2 for that, bro.
Wow, man. God, you always kill it on the prices, man. Not
Yeah.
bad, man.
You gotta go digging
Not
in
bad.
those thrift store
Yeah.
bins. And
This
look,
looks
there's
great,
nothing
dude.
wrong with them.
No, not at
paint.
all.
There's no paint missing.
No.
No rub offs from other figures.
No,
Everything's tight.
absolutely.
The joints are tight. And then check out this Maui Dog.
Oh, wow, Maui.
Which is like whatever. I'll just bring this to a
Oh,
booth.
yeah.
I'll sell this at a show. Some people like this.
This
This is a 10-inch or 12-inch. He's pretty tall. Big old. He's missing his
the
magical hook that
yeah.
changes him into seagulls or whatever.
Seagulls or whatever. I don't know. I didn't see the movie either, so.
I saw the movie.
Did you?
I got to watch all those movies because my daughter's 7.
Oh, yeah.
So, no, the movie is cool. The Rock did a good. His singing voice actually wasn't
I mean,
that bad.
technically, he could be part of the Dwayne Johnson Rock collection if you got one of those.
Yeah, I don't have one of those.
No, me neither.
I
I have a couple Rock figures, but that's.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
you're the wrestling maniac, dude. You got so much wrestling stuff.
I know. That's another thing I had to downsize on, man, because I think it was getting out of control.
Your wrestling collection?
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I love him to death, but I'm only keeping. I've gotten to the point now where anytime I've collect stuff, it's I can't, well, first off, I can't afford to be a completist at all. I can't do it because it's just too much. You get into certain lines, man, and it's just there's stuff upon stuff upon stuff upon and it's just I can't do it. So financially,
well, with new retail stuff, yeah, if you're paying retail and trying to complete stuff, I mean, what were those Spider-Man figures?
Yeah,
just that way, 7 of those. That's not cheap to get all those. Trying to be a completist with He-Man Origins. I mean, my God, dude.
Yeah,
if you had to do the convention ones too, it's outrageous.
Yeah, it is. It's bad. And so, I mean, and nowadays, even like the your Rosses, your Marshalls and stuff, they don't get the type of products that they used to from the stores, man, because of COVID and all that. It kind of put a wrench in the system.
Yeah,
as far
it's
as
odd now. It's like they don't.
Once in a blue moon, you can find a real cool figure for a good price, but that's about it, man. It's hard anymore.
I'm trying to think if I have a complete anything. I'm looking around my room right now, and I don't know that I do.
Yeah. Oh, you're almost there with the Origins.
Yeah. I mean, it is looking pretty good. But I got those original con exclusive ones I don't have, and they're so expensive.
Yeah, exactly.
I have, gosh, man. I got my old Shogun Warriors, the short ones, the die-cast ones.
Yeah,
and
I remember that.
There's the jumbo plastic ones, and then there's the 5-inch ones, and then there's the 2.5, 3-inch ones. And I have those short ones, and I have almost all of those. I'll still showcase those one day. Those are some really cool things.
It's just it is what it is. But it's like at some point I'm just down to it where it's certain people or certain characters. That's what I'm sticking with. I can't branch out so much because it just gets all over the place.
No, I know what you mean. I have one of my friends that I want to get him. I want to go to his house and do a video. He's got a complete original 8-bit Nintendo collection.
Really?
I'm talking everything. The only thing he has the one there's a couple of them that are those rare super gem. What do they call them? What's that term for when something the arc or the you know what I'm saying?
Holy Grail.
The Holy Grail.
Yeah,
Jesus
the Grail
Christ.
pieces.
Yeah. So there's a couple of those Nintendo games that are outrageously expensive. And for those, he has the cartridge. It's a replica. So maybe he has 3 or 4 or 5 replicas of what a game that could be
So it doesn't work at
stadium
all?
events.
It's just the outer
No,
coating?
I think they work.
Oh, really?
I think so, man. I got to ask him again. But anyways,
wow.
We'll go see him. We'll go see his collection. Maybe we can interview him too about it. And then I have a buddy that has a complete G1 Transformers collection.
Oh, I know that guy now.
Oh, yeah, because we went when they brought the original cartoon movie. Remember we went to the movies that night?
Yeah.
He met us there.
Yep.
That guy, yeah. I've been
And then also, too, you bought a couple things that he threw up in the booth at Megacon one year. He dropped by, remember?
He bought some stuff off of us?
No. He brought... Ollie's was having
oh yeah
the special on those Triptychons, yes, the big box Triptychon ones.
Yeah, Ollie's had that crazy deal on that.
The Transformer Generations version.
He texted me, we used to stay in touch a lot more, and he texted me, oh, Ollie's having this deal, do you want me to scoop you up on? I'm like, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
And then one time I sold a an Optimus Prime G1 gun or sort of his fists or something, and I couldn't find them. I sold them on eBay, and I was panicking. I'm like, damn it, I sold these and I don't know where they are, or I didn't have them, or I sold them already. So I called him up. I'm like, bro, I know this guy's got them. I'm like, hey, I was like, can you do me a favor, man? I sold these things on eBay and I don't have them. I know you got them sitting around. He's like, yeah, come on over. I went to his house. He pulls out his little drawer of G1 accessories, is thumbing through all the stuff. He's like, here you go. Just
oh my God.
So I bought him off him. He gave me a good deal, and I turned around and I was able to sell him. He saved my little
there you go
eBay dilemma.
Hey, I've done that before, man, where I'm looking for it and I'm looking for it, and I'm like, oh, because sometimes I'll take stuff to a con and I'll sell it and I forget to take the listing down. Yeah, and then I'm like, I sell it on eBay and I'm like, or in Macari or whatever, and I look and I go, oh man, I think I sold that at the show.
Adios mio, papi. What have I done?
Exactly.
All right, that's all I got for Toys in the Hood.
Dude, that was great,
some,
man.
yeah, nice, right? Off
Very
the
nice.
shelf stuff here.
All right, what do you got?
This is pretty sweet. Check this out. This is a Nintendo
Legend
of Zelda coffee mug.
Yes, I've seen these.
Bro, I got this for 40% off.
Ooh.
It only cost me $12 or something.
Very nice.
Oh, it chipped. Look at that. It already chipped.
Oh, man.
The paint chipped off.
Cheap Chinese
God
stuff.
damn it. Anyways.
Anyway.
So I bought 3 of these. I'm going to keep one and try to sell a couple at a convention, I think.
Very nice.
I thought that's cool. They're weird how you drink out of them, though. There's a lip on the inside, so I feel like it's not very practical.
I thought it was supposed to be like a planner. No? Or is it a mug?
It's got wine glass and a fork on it, on the tag, and it says mugs. It says licensed
Really?
mugs. It looks more like something you'd put a plant in, though.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be drinking it.
Oh, yeah. I see what you're talking about. Yeah,
Cartridge
licensed
mug, see?
Yeah.
Licensed mug,
Okay.
kid.
Very nice.
But they're pretty neat looking.
Yeah, they are.
Super shiny. Then I got some Grogu little figures.
Oh,
Check these out.
Our little guy, yes.
So I bought these. I came in a pack of 5. I just got 3 of them here, but they're
Dude.
little like 2-inch Grogu
Yeah.
figures. Look how sweet he looks with his little puppy dog eyes.
Man. Yeah, look at him.
Reaching out for the Mando. there.
Grogu, my man.
So I bought a big lot of these, and I figured he's so popular. People think he's
heck
so
yeah. Are you
cute. I
kidding
figured at the
me?
shows
Yeah.
just to have these. It's good to have
Dude.
little minifigures, stuff like
Heck
that.
yeah. Look at him with his little soupy cup.
Yeah, as soon as I got these, my daughter's like bringing them into her room. 5 of these are mine. I had to like go wait till she fell asleep and grab them back.
Boy.
I got some more of these Kenner Legends figures.
Oh, yes. We were talking
Check
about
it
this
out.
on the last
Here's a
episode.
Spider-Man one, 3
Dude.
3/4, unpunched,
God,
kid.
man. I'm going to tell you, bravo to the executive over at Hasbro that came up with the concept of taking the exact same 3 3/4 that weren't really doing well a few years ago and putting them on these killer cards, man. Because
Yeah, it's all about
changed.
the cards
oh,
for me
yeah.
for these. Yeah, that
Look at-
throwback vintage look.
Dude, even well, it's not completely serrated, but collectible card on the back.
Yeah, if
Brilliant.
you wanted to cut that out.
Yeah, I
but-
know, but I wouldn't. But I mean,
No.
yeah, these
So I've
cards
been
are
finding
amazing.
them unpunched quite often now. Here's an Incredible Hulk one.
Oh, you know me and the Hulk, man.
Oh yeah,
Especially, you know what I'm hoping for out of one of these.
She-Hulk. I know about you and
Yes.
She-Hulk. Bro.
Uh-huh. That's my girl, man. A nice She-Hulk.
I got Storm. This one's punch, but look at that, dude. Storm's so beautiful,
yeah.
dude. Look at that.
Look amazing.
Smoking. Human Torch.
Dude, this is
She's more
great,
smoking
man.
than the Human Torch. And he's literally on fire.
God,
This one's
man,
on
the artwork is
unpunched.
uncanny.
I know, they're cool. So now I'm obsessed with collecting these.
Yeah.
But like we talked about in the last episode, $10. It's a great price point.
Dude, they can't beat
I
that.
think I looked on a checklist online. There's 33 of these. Oh, we looked at that on the last show. So
Oh,
anyways,
yeah,
I
yeah.
got these.
It's
And
amazing
then
how they've gotten up to 33 already for those.
This next thing is going to blow your mind, dude.
Really? Is it unblowing my mind?
It's going to unblow your mind, bro.
All right. What do
Drum
we got?
roll, dude. The
What is
Grogu Mandalorian
Waffle maker?
Waffle maker. Bro, I had to.
Oh
Look at
my
this little thing here. It
God.
says, makes the child theme waffles. Hell yeah, dude. I was 40% off, bro. I couldn't turn
Jesus.
that down.
No, I know. I totally get you, man. But
I was going to buy like
God,
10 of
man.
those. And Lisa was in it, so she's like, calm down. You're not buying 10 of those. So they'll sit in your shed for a year. I'm like, no, like, I'm going to flip these.
God bless her. Your wallet would hate you, man. Jesus.
I bought one. I'm like,
All
someone
right.
will buy that at a con, do you
Dude.
think?
The stuff they come up with, man. Like the most
Dude.
niche things
They had a
ever.
whole bunch at the store I was at. It was
Oh
they
my
had
God.
that. They had
That's
like
funny.
a R2D2 popcorn thing.
Is there a
that-
grilled cheese maker too?
I don't think there's a grill. I think there was like a Darth Vader coffee. I can't remember. But this thing,
I'm sure there's a cookie jar lying around somewhere.
this one was $30 at 40% off. And I
Okay.
checked them on eBay real quick. I'm like, they're selling for $40. I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I was like, I won't lose money on it, especially with the 40% discount. But I was like, I'll buy one of these. Like, I bet I'll sell one of these at a convention.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Even
man.
as like a novelty thing. Like,
dude,
oh my God,
somebody will
this is
come
so
along
funny.
and be like, "Oh my God, look at it! I can make you waffles in the
A
morning."
Grogu waffle.
Right? Who doesn't like a Grogu waffle?
Who wouldn't want a Grogu waffle,
Right?
bro? The side of Mandalorian French toast. I mean, it's good to go.
Right?
So that's it for me.
Have a little bit
for
of Jar Jar Binks, maple syrup,
Jar Jar strawberry preserves.
little Gungan straw preserves.
I hate Jar Jar Binks. Sometimes like the marketing stuff is so in your face. It
Yeah.
takes away from the mystique and the lore of the movie. You know, it's
Oh
like
man, don't get me started.
Darth
on
Vader on a box of Fruit Loops. It's like, really, dude? I mean, this guy blew up a planet. Now he's on a fucking box of Fruit Loops. Get out of here,
I mean, yeah. Come on, putting a stormtrooper on a lollipop.
dude.
You know about all those.
We'll talk about that. We don't want to spill the beans on some of these convention stories. But that's what we're talking about in this episode. We're going to talk about our journeys doing the conventions and our experiences. We're going to share some of our
Absolutely.
experiences.
So, if you guys have been listening, Sean and I have done quite a few conventions in the last 7 years now, bro. since you and I have kind of hooked up.
Since we started doing them together.
Yeah, started doing it together.
Is that how long it's been?
7 years, bro.
Wow.
2016 was our first big one, Megacon. 2016. We did Megacon in 2017 and 2018. And then we were kind of, we've been kind of upset with the management of those conventions, so we kind of bowed out in 2019. And then, of course, the year fell through, the earth fell through with COVID. So
yeah,
beyond that, but Sean and I have been, we've been hanging in there with the smaller cons, Toylando, cool. Orlando Toy and Comic Con,
Infinity,
Infinity Toy and Comic Con. So we've been here and there, and it's always a good time, and I have to say, if it's marketed properly. Everybody's making money. Everybody goes home happy.
Like work.
No, not at all.
Loading in,
not.
loading out is probably the toughest part. But
it's the worst part about it. Really,
my first convention. I think I talked about it on the first show. Was I did a convention when I was still living in California. I was at the Rose Bowl, and I was pleasantly surprised at how much money I made. And it wasn't a lot. I think I made $300-400, but to hang out with a bunch of like-minded people,
absolutely,
and sell toys and talk to people and just chilling. It was cool,
Yeah.
That was actually my first time. We were talking about people lowballing you. Someone lowballed me so hard I had it was I don't know if it was the first year Hot Wheels produced, but it was on the blister, one of the first cars. It was so nice, and I remember these guys were talking me down on everything I had, and finally I just had to say no on the Hot Wheels card. Their offer was so ridiculous. I was like, no, and I was like, the price is this, and then all right, and they paid it. So. But that led to me thinking, all right, well, I'm going to start doing conventions now. I moved back to Florida, and the first convention I did was a bust. I had a lot of cool toys, and I was really looking forward to it.
Let's face it, anytime you do something first, you always live and learn. You're not going to be perfect the first time you do anything.
I did. Oh my gosh, it was a Power Rangers Ranger Stop.
Oh yeah, Ranger Stop.
Do they still do those?
Yes, every so often they do. Yeah,
I did the very first one they did,
okay.
And I lost my shirt. I didn't sell anything. I mean, maybe I sold 2 things. I didn't have any Power Ranger stuff, and
that's one thing. Especially with that, I mean, so I give you credit for about having something different than probably what most of those people had it there. Yeah. But you at least have to have a handful of things that and that's a good tip too. Just throwing this out, and Sean and I have learned over the years too, anytime you do a convention, always check out the celebrity guest list, because if you have, a lot of people show up, either they didn't get a package in time for an action figure or a poster or
they
want
to buy an action figure that talent played in, they want to get it autographed. That's happened to me quite a few times. I
remember Amy Jo Johnson, the original Pink Ranger. She was at Megacon one year when you and I were doing it, and I happened to buy a few more Pink Ranger figures, and I sold them both, and the people that bought them were so stoked that I had them, because they needed something. They wanted something decent that they want to display at home, and they were like, oh my God, I can't believe you have these. These are great. Now I kind of wish I would have went and saw and met Amy at the same time, because huge fan of hers, but anyway, it's just... Always check that celebrity guest list, because, if you have something, I mean, those are easy sells right out the gate.
Yeah, for sure. So, Ranger Stop was a bust for me. Okay. And then, I licked my wounds, got back into it. And then I started thinking about, I went to Megacon, I think 2014, or I get those years confused, but I went just as a guest, just to check it out.
Okay.
And that was the biggest convention I ever went to. And I remember my son was 3 or 4 at the time, and I dressed him up as Thor, and he had his hair he was blonde, so his hair was growing since birth, so it was pretty long. So I straightened his hair, and I did this whole Thor costume that was like the movie, the Chris Hemsworth style, and he looked so cool, man. I couldn't wait for it. And so me, my girl, this is before my daughter was born, so just me, Lisa, wifey, and Brady went, and I didn't get him. There was a separate kids cosplay contest and adult cosplay contest, but they were held in the same room. And the cosplay contest for the adults is huge. So it was like a monster room. They draw in a big crowd. I mean, these people, you've seen people at Megacon.
Oh, yeah.
Their costumes are unbelievable, dude. They could walk onto a movie set, some of these people.
God, those things cost like at least $2,000,
so,
if not, more.
The custom fabrication they put into, the dedication. I mean, it's really,
you give them credit for it. Huge. Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude. Super impressive. And the kids contest was right before the adult contest, but the crowd that was there was for the adult contest.
Okay.
The kids thing there was maybe like a dozen kids there. And I didn't get my son Brady. I didn't like sign him up for it. So Lisa's like, "Oh my God, you didn't sign him up. What are we gonna do?" I said, "Don't worry, I'll just show up with him and I'll get him in there somehow. We'll make it work." So we get there, and of course the girl. I walk up. I'm like, "Hey, my son's in the kids costume contest." And this girl walks up. She got like headphones on. Like, "Okay, where's your paperwork?" And I turn around, I look at Lisa. I'm like, I go, "Where's the paperwork?" So she's fumbling around, act like she's looking for it. I'm like, "Oh, girl." You know, she must have lost it or something. And the woman's like, "All right." She's like, "Well, let's get him in line and we'll deal with the paperwork later." I'm like, "All right, cool." So I got by her. So I just walked him up into line and I just pushed him in. I'm like, "All right, Brady, just get in line here." And the guy that was hosting the whole event had his index card. So each kid that came up on stage, he's got it all pre-written out. He's like, "Hey, up next is this guy. Up next is this guy."
Oh,
and
boy.
the kid behind Brady was Green Arrow. You tired? Bro? You need an espresso?
No, I'm
My
good,
story's
man.
boring you?
Bro, no. Oh, my God.
Do you need another Mountain Dew?
Maybe.
Go get one.
No, I'm okay.
I can talk
Let's
to the
do this.
audience without you.
Let's do this.
All right. Just don't be falling asleep on me.
I'm not falling
I thought I was
asleep. Come
an
on, man.
exciting person.
Dude, you are.
Dude, I swear.
Swear to God, man. Come on.
The
now.
story's going to get better, I swear. So the kid behind my son was Green Arrow. And the guy's like, "All right, coming up on the stage is Green Arrow." And then my son walks up, obviously Thor, and the whole place is like quiet. They're like, "What's going on?" You know?
What's
And I'm
happening?
standing off the side of the stage, and
Dude,
people in the
what
audience
universe are you at? That's not Green Arrow.
That's not Green Arrow. You fucking stupid. And so the crowd starts kind of mumbling like, "That's Thor. That's Thor." Like,
See, at
and
this point, the guy should have been like, "Oh, wait a minute. What am I talking about? It's Thor."
Right.
Come
Can
on,
you
Thor's
roll with
here.
it? Like, I
Yeah,
mean, how
seriously.
you're hired to work at a comic
God.
show convention. You don't know anything.
What a crap host.
I'm sorry, but even if you don't know anything, you
Yeah.
probably still know who Thor is. I mean, just fucking movies out there.
Yeah.
And the guy just kept going with like Green Arrow, Green Arrow. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So everyone's like, "That's Thor." And I look, and I don't know why I didn't get video of it. I don't know why my wife didn't get video of it. She's a social media maniac. She takes videos of everything. But this one moment, she didn't get the video. I look over at Brady, and I go, "Brady," I go, "put your hammer up." And he raised his hammer. When he raised his hammer on stage, the whole place blew up. There's hundreds of people there.
Awesome.
And like cheering like crazy, and this big old smile on his face, and it was such a cool moment, you know, for my family and Brady.
Yeah.
Just like
Yeah,
it's
awesome.
an amazing thing, and the way we got him up
man.
there when he wasn't supposed to be.
Yeah.
And then he came off stage and he didn't win. I thought the reaction he won, I got. I'm
man.
like, he's gonna win.
Yeah.
Then I thought maybe because we didn't put any paperwork and he wasn't legit. But you know what? I thought he was gonna win until I saw like the second to last person gets up there. This girl comes jumping out on stage and she's dressed as Penelope from Wreck-It Ralph, you know, with the candy in her hair. And she looks super cute. The
Awesome.
outfit was just like the movie.
Okay.
I'm like, all right, you know, it's cute, but it's not going to win. And then her parents walk up to the stage and hoist a go-kart on the stage.
Oh,
like
right
the
there,
fucking
done.
candy
Yeah.
go-kart from the movie, dude.
Wow.
I'm like, are you shitting me?
They put some work into that
Dude,
one.
Dad must have worked for NASA or something. So she gets in the car and like pedals it around the stage. It stops and swear to God, bro, pushes a button and candy shoots out the exhaust.
Oh, get out
I
of
swear,
here.
dude,
Really?
I swear. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, are you serious?
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
yeah.
she didn't win. You know who won?
No, wait a minute. Wait, she didn't win?
No, the kid that won was a mashup of Optimus Prime and the phone booth from
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who. Yeah. He was like,
oh, my God.
it
really?
looks cool. It looks
All
really
right.
cool. But
No, come on. A damn go-kart shooting candy
that
out and that
presentation-
doesn't win?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised that
Wow.
didn't win. Yeah, so that was
Oh,
that.
well.
So that was me as a guest at Megacon.
Okay. All right.
Then I started thinking like, damn, I should do this show next year.
Yeah.
But the price, you know, I'm used to doing smaller shows. You do
Sure.
a show $50, $75, $100 one day. It's like, okay, I can cover that. Megacon at the time wasn't owned by Fan Expo yet, so the booth or the 10 by 10 booth was $650.
Yeah.
And I'm selling,
That's
$10
a killer
action
price.
figures.
Well, nowadays,
Thinking about
anyway.
it now, yeah, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's a lot. But I at that time had a badass collection. I mean, I had just bought back-to-back Star Wars collections off people, vintage Star Wars. So I had AT-ATs in a box, Jabba the Hutt in a box. I had a life-size replica Yoda. I had 25th anniversary Joes carded, like hundreds of them, So much stuff.
Oh, I
loose
remember
stuff.
those. You know, I mean, I was impressed because you and I did a 2016 together. That was our first year.
Yeah.
I was impressed with what you had then, man.
Right.
Which was
and
a
that
lot.
was like really dialed back from what I had the year before. So I did Megacon, and I was still nervous about it. I remember getting really excited. And I my normal job during the day, I was working at this office job. I was not working. I was like drawing my booth.
Sean
I was like doing
an office worker.
I was working
by night.
I was working at ProductionHub.com.
He's the king of cons.
I remember like I was supposed to be making phone calls all day and like updating people's websites or whatever. Not websites, but their profiles. And I was just like drawing what my booth was going to look like and like all these schematics and having ideas.
Yes, ma'am. So your banner's going to be a 10 by 10 with 2 tables. Oh, no, I'm sorry, ma'am. It's actually going to be a full-size banner, regular.
Right. And I crushed it, dude. Like I got there. I didn't even do a square wrap or I was taking no cards. It was cash only.
Mm-hmm.
And
that's rough
dude, it was
nowadays.
just like so much money. Like people were just cash,
Good
cash,
for
cash.
you, man.
And my family spent the. I got the hotel that connected to the convention, the bridge you could walk there. So it was a whole cool family experience. My son had this really cool cosplay. The next year, he was He-Man.
Oh, I love that one.
I'll
That's my
post these
favorite.
pictures. I'll post these pictures on our social media.
That's my favorite one you ever did.
Oh,
for
the
dressing
He-Man
Brady
one?
up.
Well,
yeah,
because
He-Man
he had the he looked just like little He-Man, dude. And I had I put this like
Drew
rod.
abs on him. I remember
Yeah, and on his armor, like I had this rod that I taped to the back of his armor, and I put this little Orko puppet on it. So when he ran around, it looked like Orko was hovering over his shoulder wherever he went. And I had that decapitated Skeletor head. Remember that? So he'd run around, he'd hold that Skeletor's head up like he just chopped his head off.
Oh my god!
And it was just a great time, man. Dude, by the end of that show, I had like almost $6,000 in cash in my pocket, and I was like, "Whoa, this is my life now!" Like, I'm gonna do cons.
Repping that con life, man.
Yeah,
you
so
know, day in day out, baby.
So I immediately signed
Slinging
up to do
figs and vehicles.
What a life, dude!
Man, and
I'm like,
video games.
Oh yeah, I had a bunch of video games too. I had a Commodore 64.
Dude, some of those guys,
show.
that's what they do, man. They have like their own little truck and they drive around the country going to the big cons.
That's what we should aspire to.
Well, it was in the game plan, man. I'm down.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. That's another goal of the show is to kind of grow and get back out there and get more into the toy life, bro. You know?
Man, I would love to, man. Would you? This would be fantastic, hitting those other big cons.
Yes. So I rolled from that con into Tampa Con, which was another big show.
I've never experienced that one myself.
It's a really cool show. It wasn't as busy, but there was a nice steady flow of traffic. It's still a huge show.
Yeah.
Same thing, man. I got the end of that show, and I probably made like $5,000. I'm
Very
like,
nice.
sweet, I got to keep this going. Then I did Spooky Empire, and that's what took the wind out of my sails, bro.
Oof. Yeah,
I
know the Spooky Empire story.
God, bro. It's just like, it fell on a Halloween weekend. It was so slow. I've never been to the show. I never did it before, but all the vendors were saying how slow it was compared to normally. And I just didn't do good. I sold enough toys to just pay for my booth, and it sucked. And someone stole
that Ewok Village, bro.
Bro,
Yeah.
I was running my booth by myself. If I had to use a restroom, I would take off and just come back. I had a in-the-box Ewok Village. It was like so nice, dude, so choice. And someone stole it out of my booth. And
What
I
a
didn't
dirtbag.
I know, I didn't realize
What a
it till the end of the
dirtbag, man.
show. I was packing everything up. I look up, I'm like, oh, it's gone. You believe
Unreal,
that?
man. See that? That's
I
what
want
I'm
to get
saying.
that tattoo, like never forget Ewok Village, Spooky Empire.
Never forget.
I wish I could have caught the person in the act.
That's
dude. Just,
awful,
like,
dude.
Choke
What the
slam.
hell? Like, I mean, really? Like, I mean, like
Yeah.
you're that hard up or that desperate that you steal off
I think
people?
it was another vendor because they must have been eyeing me and seeing me
Probably.
go to the bathroom, or I'd run off and grab a beer or something and like be back, and they just must be like, there he goes, grab another Bud Light, grab that Ewok Village.
Right. Jesus.
Yeah, so fuck, whatever, dude.
I know. That's
me-
hard, man.
So that was it. Then I was like, it crushed me so hard. I was like, ah, bummer. I kind of was like, well, it's not going to be my life, not going to be the convention life. But then me and you connected,
Yeah.
you know, after that, and we started doing Megacon together after that, and it was a great time, right?
It was, man. And, you know, and I like leading up to that first MegaCon you and I did because, you know, if I know Sean and I have been kind of, you know, we've been telling our history as we've been going along here, and I know we're only 4 episodes in, but when Sean and I first met on set, because, you know, we do background work on commercials, TV shows, and movies.
We're not background actors. Behind the scenes, I think is what you mean.
That's what
right?
I mean. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
behind the scenes, but, you know, behind the camera, background of the camera,
Sure.
you know, whatever. Anyway, so when him and I met, we figure, you know, we talked to each other and got to know each other and became good friends and bonded over, the love of collecting and toys and whatnot.
Here's a good shot.
I don't have that type of. Oh, there we go. That's the first show him and I did. Oh God, I really am balding bad.
Oh, it's all good, bro.
Jesus.
Just
Anyway.
rock more Marvel hats.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, I don't have the history before our first Megacon like you do. Beforehand, as the years went on, when I was growing up, I had I had collected stuff over a while and amassed, and at the time, like, eBay wasn't what it was now, where like they would nickel and dime you to death when you're like listing something.
Yeah, like add a second photo, 50 cents,
Exactly,
or whatever that shit was. Like,
yeah, it's awful. Like, and none of the other sites were up at that point, so I didn't list anything, and I just didn't. I wanted to shed some of it out of my collection. I just didn't know what. So, Infinity Toy and Comic Con, it's different what it is.
You're
now.
talking about the first con you
Yeah, the
you're
first
leading
little
into?
con
I don't
I
think
did.
you ever told.
No, did I?
Not that detailed. I
right.
want to hear. Let's hear it.
Okay, so, I happened
Infinity
to
is the one you did.
That was the first time, and this was like 3 owners of it ago. But
What year was this?
oh my God,
2014 something.
Well, we did 2016, probably around maybe 2014, 2013, maybe, or even 2015. I don't even know. Right
What'd
around
you pay
that
for,
time.
It was a 1-day show.
Yeah, it was a 1-day show.
What'd you pay for the booth?
$75. It was a $75 table. And I was like, oh man, and I had a bunch of stuff. I loaded the table up. I had like G.I. Joes from the Rise of Cobra movie. I had almost a complete collection of Playmates, Simpsons. Yeah, the Simpsons. I had what else? I had
a lot of money.
Yeah, now they are, of course. After I got rid of them, but anyway,
I play that long game, bro.
Yeah, I know that long game. But yet again, you live and learn, and at that point too, like really, eBay wasn't the litmus test of pricing. I think even at that point, I mean, now it is. Like back in the day, you used to get those Toy Fair magazines, and you could see the price guide in the back. Those were kind of how you judged what.
Well,
was
eBay
what was
will
worth.
tell you what's actually selling. If you check the completed listings, and it's always on the lower end of what's. So it's like that's as cheap as it's selling for.
Sure, yeah.
But it is, if you want to know what it's actually going for, that's your
and
your
and I've changed gears of how I do things now. Some things I'll price
you've
out.
Evolved, bro.
Absolutely, and I keep some prices in my head, or I price stuff myself. But man, I bought little price tags. I individually did all this. I mean, I did hours of work for this.
Oh,
and
man.
yeah, and Infinity Toy and Comic Con used to be at this little Holiday Inn near UCF.
Yeah, it's right down the road.
Yeah,
from me.
we did it a couple times, you and I together, and I think because of where it's located, it just was it didn't bring in the amount of people that we've been seeing last few years of the other conventions you and I have done, and they have moved it since, and it's done a way better, which I'm glad for them, and I'm happy for the new owners and whatnot. But so I did that show, and this was before I didn't even live in Orlando at the time. I lived in Cocoa, and that was a drive. Packing the car up, with all my stuff, driving over here, and I put out my table, all this stuff ready to go. My mom came with me to help me out, just to watch over things and whatnot. And I didn't do well, man. I kind of stayed staunch on a lot of my prices. I didn't really wheel and deal, but I really, in all essence, just broke even, man. And it was a very like your Ranger, well, not the Spooky Empire one.
Yeah.
The Spooky Empire one, even the Ranger stop too. It took a lot of wind out of my sales because I had a lot of hope for it, and I was
It's depressing.
man,
It is super depressed when you don't sell. You show up to something, you put all this effort into it, and you're not making any money.
No, and you walk out and you're like, oh man, I did all that effort and work, and all I did was break even roughly.
Oh, it sucks.
Yeah, it really wasn't good, and and then from then on, I'm like, I just didn't think about it. I'm like, I'm not doing any more shows, man. This sucks. It's like, and so I'm just sitting there, and I was sitting on a lot of stuff, and then you and I met, and we were talking about our collections, and then you came over my house, and you're like, oh my god, man, like you need to get into a con with me,
right.
And you could definitely sell this stuff out. You're sitting on a lot of good stuff here. And I was like, and I told you sort of my story.
Because a
of
lot
that
of people
con.
will tell you they have a lot of toys,
Mhm.
and I'm thinking, man, everyone says that, and
Sure.
then no one really has. Everyone likes to exaggerate or
Yeah.
talk up themselves a little. But then when I went to you were saying the kind of toys you had.
Yeah.
But when I actually went to your house and saw them, I'm like, holy shit, this dude has a lot of toys. We gotta partner up here, man.
And and like from that show, man, like I was watching other vendors, man. Like there was this kid next to me. He had a big Star Wars collection that was all loose, but he had everything with these, and he had them nicely displayed and everything. Was killing it. But really,
Here's
in
you
my
in action,
essence,
bro.
what? Oh yeah, that's me. Yeah, making some deals.
Some Megacon pictures behind us on the monitor.
Man,
Here's
I
our
will
booth.
say, man, that booth of ours was huge that
Dude,
year.
you had a lot of stuff in that booth.
We did, man.
I totally
You and I
cut
both
off your
did,
story.
bro. But no, that's okay. Like, but what I thought, also too was he was lowballing himself on a lot of stuff, and I think that's why he was selling stuff nonstop.
Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, like some of these other vendors, man, they were killing it. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like barely getting anything, and and then you get the classic, customer come up, and they're like, "Oh man, if I brought more money to this, man, I would have cleaned you out, or my buddy was here." I'm like, "Gee, thanks, man. Yeah, that really helps my spirits out right now. Yeah, thank you." But anyway, so yeah, I was kind of really down about that. And then when like you were telling me like, man, you got hey, let's do it, man. Let's split a booth at MegaCon this coming year. And I was like, I don't know. I'm like, and I'm like, I was trying to, I'm like talking to myself about it. I kind of, asked my mom some advice, and you and I were talking more about it. And I was like, you know what, screw it. Let's just do this, man. And I didn't kill it like you did that first year we did it, but it was a learning curve,
well.
and I did pretty well. I have to say, it wasn't bad. And I mean, I really, we had a lot of fun, you and I. It was
I
a
remember
fun
having a
4
really great
days.
time, and you were
Mhm.
super excited to do it.
Yeah, it was a fun 4 days of doing things, man. And and I looked forward to it every year, man. And then and then the next year we did it again, and the year after that, it just was a lot of good times.
Well, the first year we did it together, that was the first year Fan Expo had taken it over, right?
Yes.
And that's when things really started to go south for me as far as doing that big show, because they jacked up the price. They jacked everything up and took so much stuff away. And it was like, dude, I understand
you were
you're
telling me about that, and I was like, well, okay, well, where's this and where's that? And you're like, oh my god, another thing they took away.
Well, the first year I did it, the booth was $650. You got 3 dealer badges. The owner put red carpet everywhere. You got table skirts. You got trash cans, and this is like small stuff, but like whatever. You got
sure, well, it all adds up.
Yeah, it all adds up. And then some Fan Expo comes in and like jacks the price way up, jacked up to like $900 or $1,000 or whatever.
And that was the big gripe about why Sean and I left.
It's quite the hike, dude.
Yeah, I mean, every year that price just kept going up, 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 and I mean, we were at $1,000 the last time they wanted to ask for it.
Well, and then they added that day. They added Thursday, which sucked.
I mean, you really can't
you don't make
add
any
a
money.
day. It's like a half a day, really.
Yeah, but it's dumb. It's like I don't want to. I want to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, load in the day before. Now I got to load in
Wednesday.
whatever. Like it's just more way for them to make more money, and it
course.
sucks for the vendors. Then they take away. They didn't carpet the place, so you're walking on that cold like concrete floor everywhere.
Man, we were lucky we were getting trash cans in the middle of the aisles.
Bro, you know what they took away was like a slap in the face. I felt it was like they didn't even give you lanyards. Fucking A. The year before, you get these nice lanyards that said Megacon on them. Fan Expo comes in, jacks the price way up, and gives you a little shitty plastic badge holder with a safety pin on it. I'm like, are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, that was bad.
And I just would email, and I was nice. I'm like, hey, you know, like I appreciate you guys keeping the show going. Like,
Sure, they didn't answer you back.
No, dude, I emailed a bunch. I was like,
yeah,
whatever.
they didn't care.
They didn't give a shit.
No.
That's what's disheartening, is the way they handled it. Is like, they just didn't give a shit about the fans at all or the vendors. And it was like they jacked up the price of the tickets for fans to go there, and then they jack up the ticket prices. It's like they throttle like the busier days. So like, oh, you want to come on Saturday? Then the ticket's $20 more. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
Well, I'm not going to sit here and rag about them the whole time, but I mean, one thing that really peeved me off too, especially that last year you and I did, was that these other booths, you have like a line where they draw, so your booth should end there. Mm-hmm. But everybody goes over it a little bit. Nothing too extreme where it's like people are tripping over your stuff or whatever. It's never horrible. Nobody does that really bad. But like the one of the rep guys they had that last year you and I did, it kept constantly hounding me because I had one of my buckets out too far, a little bit over the line.
Yeah.
And I told him, I'm like, go down the aisle. There's 3 T-shirt vendors that are way over the line. But they tend to
picking on you.
Yeah, because what? Because we have one small booth and we don't have 3 or 4 that we paid for. Really. But I'm not gonna continue on with that because I'll get real heated.
I still, yeah, I was kind of getting into too
But
much about the way they took over like that.
We're gonna give it another shot. Yeah.
But if you talk about the actual show itself, like forget about the fan expo, but the
Sure.
people that go there, the vendors, I mean, it's such a cool experience. I love the whole culture behind it.
Sure.
The cosplayers, these girls in their beautiful outfits, the guys that do these like badass things. They put so much time into effort into their
Dude, and even now, man, they have booths over there and I totally give huge credit to these people that thought of this. There's booths dedicated to fixing cosplay weapons.
Yeah, the cosplay repair booth.
Yeah.
Does Megacon put that on? Didn't they? Or was that?
Did they? I don't know.
I'm not sure. If they did, then that's a really
That's
cool
a genius
positive thing
idea,
they did.
though, man.
Yeah, but if you go there, I mean, everyone's having wardrobe malfunctions when you got that
Sure.
much hot glue and foam and crazy stuff going on, and
Absolutely.
that's cool. They do that.
Mhm.
They get some amazing celebrities in there. It's such a good time. Like the people that go there are super cool.
Oh yeah.
So it's such a fun experience.
No,
man.
absolutely. So Sean and I are going to give it another shot. Not this year, but we're definitely looking forward
feel
next year to
like
it.
I have enough stuff to do a
No.
booth of that size. I mean, if
Yeah.
I took all the stuff out of my man cave that I really
Yeah,
like
but you
and I
don't wanna get
collect,
rid of
it's
this.
stuff I don't want to get rid
No.
of.
I got
So-
I got the same thing, man. Like
I need to
could
come up on a few collections before we do that show.
Yeah.
again.
I mean, I could probably scrape together maybe a half of my half of the booth, a quarter of it. I
Yeah.
could probably get a quarter going, but I definitely would have to fill in that other quarter.
You want to make it our goal to do it next year?
Absolutely.
It could be a goal. We should
I
do
think
it.
so. I really
All right.
think we should come back in 2023.
So that'll be
It's a
the
little too late.
multiverse of toys coming back.
Yeah, that's right.
2023,
It's a little
baby.
late now, but which is fine with me.
We should go this year.
I agree. We
What
should.
month? I don't even remember what month.
Is it August this year? I think.
July, August.
Take a look.
Let's go. Let's go one day.
I'm down. I'm definitely down.
Take some video and stuff. Meet and greet.
Yeah,
Network the show, bro.
I agree. We, you and I have not done a show just as guests, man. We haven't gone to any of them. We should.
Not a show that big in a while.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely.
What's the next show we're doing? What do you got on the docket for us?
This is really well. There's a show I'm thinking about maybe in September. Ooh, I don't know if we can do that now because I got a job coming up, but we'll talk about that later.
All right, all right.
I don't know. We'll figure it out. There's a couple popping up but I don't know if we're gonna do them or not.
What about that Megacon show, the 3-day one that's not Megacon? It's like the
Fan Expo?
Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
You
That's
wanna
the one
do that
I'm not
one?
gonna, well, I want to do it, but I got a job.
Oh, you
that's
got a
like
conflicting
smashing
schedule?
into it now. Yeah, which
Let's
I
just do the
wasn't that
smaller
happy
shows
about.
and then do the Megacon one next
I
year.
definitely want to do Infinity. Infinity's in August, so we should do that.
Where's that? Is that at
No, it's in the
Avanti
Silver
Palms?
Spurs Arena in Kissimmee.
Silver Spurs Arena in Kissimmee, and that's when?
August 20th. Yes.
All right, that's a one-day show.
Yeah, it's a one-day show. They haven't put out. They just made the announcement they're coming back this year.
Okay.
So they haven't put out vendor info.
All right, let's definitely do that one.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what we've been doing lately. We're doing the smaller shows. What was the last show we did? Was pretty good. I think I sold a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Is
the
that
Orlando
Avant-
Toy and Comic Con.
Orlando Toy and
And
Con.
the
That's
Avanti
Mike's shows.
Palms. Yeah.
At Avanti Palms.
Yeah,
that was a
over-
good show.
Yeah. Mike puts on some good shows, man. I don't know. I know he's got that show in Melbourne later this year, but I'm not quite sure if I grew up over in Brevard County, and it's that I don't know. The people, in my opinion, I don't think show up enough to those.
Don't get
things
enough
out
traffic there?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't. I mean,
It's
Orlando's
tougher
Orlando.
with the smaller shows, man.
Yeah.
Sometimes they can be hit or miss.
I mean, Melbourne's a decent sized city, but I just don't know if there's those the amount of people that want to show up to one of those would do it. But I don't know. Who knows? I might be wrong completely about it.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely gonna keep my ear to the pavement and see what's happening around town here, and see if maybe we can squeeze in a couple more, during the summertime or whatnot.
A lot of problems with these conventions that I do is I end up spending so much of the money I make because there's so much cool shit there. It's like you walk around,
Bro, you're preaching to the choir. Why do you think I never leave my booth that much?
I know it's dangerous to leave
Yes,
the booth,
it's
dude.
awful.
After you made a few sales, you're like, all right,
Awful.
feeling good.
Yeah, you're
Just
feeling
stroll
real good.
over
Yeah.
here. What do you
And-
got over here?
Yeah.
Come back.
And
I
then
think like negative after a show because I spent too much money.
So listen, I've gotten this rule now to curb my buying habits when we're doing
Do you
a
give
con.
yourself like a budget?
Well, that or what I'll do is I'm like, all right, depending on what type of show I had. If I had a killer show,
Yeah, that plays
then I
a
could
lot
say
into
it
how
plays a
much-
lot into it. But if I had a decent show, I'll be like, you know what? I'm gonna reward myself buying one item, one decently priced item,
Yeah.
something that I've been really struggling to find, hunting or just in general, or the prices just have gotten ridiculous on eBay, and maybe somebody at the show would give me a decent price on it. So that's what I go for.
Well,
That's
prices are always fluctuating too. So
Sure.
maybe someone's had something and they've been toting around with them for years that hasn't sold, and it's gone up, and it's still priced low.
Oh, absolutely. Like for in case in point, the show we did in January. I've been looking for a while now, and I bought one off. Now of course now they're showing up because the distribution is starting to get back into tow. But Star Wars Black Series. I've been looking for that Walgreens exclusive Clone Lieutenant.
I'll never get used to that Walgreens exclusive.
Oh God, tell me about it.
It just sounds weird. Doesn't
Bro,
sound like.
No, it is. Yeah, it's very weird. And there's another Star Wars one, the 212th Battalion Trooper, Clone Trooper. That's the next one that Walgreens is supposed to have, part of Clone Commander Cody's unit.
Oh yeah,
and
I know.
I want it badly. I at least want a few of them, but those things are so hard to get, man. And their website, buying on their website is not easy either, and their shipping is ridiculous. Anyway, enough about that. But I found there was a vendor there that had one, and he had a decent price on it. I kind of, I worked a little with him. I got it for like $5 cheaper, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I'll do that." I was like, "Oh, great!" So I finally got one.
Right.
Of course, now I found a couple more, but that's fine. But I'm like, hey, that's great. I've been looking for him. He was really hard to get, and I'm like, and now I have him part of my collection. So that's something like that's really cool.
Oh, and what we didn't talk about is the artists at these shows, man.
Oh,
It's
yes,
I have this
absolutely.
Behind us in my man cave here, I got a bunch of prints
Yes.
that I've bought at show. I love buying prints off artists.
Very talented people
So
that show
talented,
up to these.
man.
Yeah.
Some of the stuff they sell, it's
Especially
so cool.
Megacon. They had the Artist Alley over there.
Yeah, Artist Alley is
Oh,
sweet,
my
man.
God.
You meet
And-
a lot of cool people
yeah.
there. They're always smiling, having a good time. Love like showing off their talents and
absolutely.
making money. And I always try to support them. And I love at the end of the show, like when they start, some of them will like liquidate their prints.
Oh,
man,
yeah,
they'll come
sure.
up on some stuff.
They want to
It's
get
cool.
rid of some stuff.
Well, yeah, they're just like, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a good time to grab them at the end.
I never have, like, I'm always amazed, like, I know they put a lot of time and effort in the art piece, and then they have prints. Man, nobody ever really is overboard on their prices. They always give a good one. It's like 2 for $20 or like
Right, yeah.
whatever.
No, they're always
Yeah.
really cool. I work
Yeah.
with you, and they're not price gouging.
No, not at
Super
all.
cool people.
Yeah, and you
So
get
that's
some really
another
great
whole
pieces.
side of that's a whole other part of the convention that I like. You know, that's like
That's very true.
the cosplay, the artists, the nerdy people walking around. The people dress up like Deadpool, run around doing Deadpool quotes. It's just awesome, man.
No,
I love it.
absolutely.
I want to go to Dragon Con, bro. We got to go there.
The big one in Atlanta.
Yeah.
That one is always touted as a top-notch one. Yeah, I do definitely want to hit
We got to
that
go
up.
as guests and just go hang out.
Yeah.
Do some videos.
Did we miss it yet this year?
I think
Take
so.
a look. I want to say yes.
But that's one I've been dying to go to.
Yeah. I think that's a February show, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, while you're looking that up, let me segue into a little bit
September.
Oh,
that's right around the corner, bro.
oh, wait a minute though.
Dragon Con.
Well,
Founded in 1987. Damn, it's going to be going on since
wow.
1987.
I did not expect that.
Atlanta, Georgia. It's only a 6-hour drive from here, dude.
Well, maybe that weekend we go, bro. If we're not doing
September
Fan
1st,
Expo,
it's for 4 days.
yeah, maybe we try that this year. I would not mind doing a road trip with you, buddy.
It's touted as the largest multi-genre and pop culture
Dude,
convention.
I'm down, man. That would be sweet to go to.
All right, let's plan it.
Maybe it worked out that we're not going to end up doing Fan Expo.
Yeah, I mean, I think we hold out and do the Megacon next year.
Yeah,
And
I
we go
agree.
as Dragon Con as guests. Check it out.
Yeah.
And
Well, anyway,
bro.
but speaking of which, so we kind of we touched on like how cons are and what the benefits are and everything. Well, also what I'd like to just give into for you guys listening at home is, or in your car or wherever, tips like what's good in a booth. And and I think the biggest thing I've learned over the years with you, Sean, and in general is you just got to pay attention to the trends. And it's yearly. It's always yearly.
Yeah, remember the one of the first year I did it. One of those really popular things was the Funko mystery minis.
Oh yeah,
And
absolutely.
I can't tell you how many of those I sold. It was like, and I was buying lots of them on eBay too, and just, dude, people were going nuts. Like
Yeah, the first year you were killing it, man. They were looking for specific ones.
Yeah,
and
now I don't
everything.
know that they wouldn't sell like that now.
No.
This was only 5 years ago or something.
Well, even so, and like, remember we had several people that first year you and I did MechaCon. looking for Earthworm Jim
Oh, that's
action
right.
figures.
Yeah, Earthworm Jim.
I mean, that was the
Remember
most niche-y thing
Yeah.
ever, and I was like, what?
And I'm thinking,
Jim?
I'm like, bro, next time we do a show, we got to get these
Exactly.
Earthworm Jim figures. And I bought some. And nothing, dude.
Nothing,
And
yeah.
I'm like, where are these Earthworm Jim fuckers? They were like clamoring for them last time here. Now I can't give them away.
No, I'm like, wait a minute, like, what happened here,
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, we had a good variety, but it just...
Yeah. It's so odd, but it's like the trends that are going right now, you definitely have to pay attention. Dude, again, that first year when you and I did it, you were killing it with those Five Nights at Freddy little plushies you had.
Oh, yeah. Those
Yeah.
were flying off the shelves.
Oh, my, everybody was asking, oh, my God, he's got the Five Nights Freddy, like plushies.
I know.
And I'm like,
There's a
oh.
lot of us there that had those.
Yeah, but you were killing it with those. That was another thing.
I sold out of them.
Yeah, I mean, it was amazing. I couldn't believe it. I was like
Mm-hmm.
nonstop. It was that. I'm trying to think what else you had that like people were just clamoring for, but it was just like certain things like that, like just off
Pops
the
were
wall.
always selling, like
Yeah.
people, this pop booths
Oh
were selling
God,
tons.
don't get me started on the
The
pops.
T-shirts sell really good.
And that's another tip
Tower
too.
of T-shirts, remember that place?
Yes, that's another tip too. I'd like to throw out about pops. One thing is if you have a Funko Pop, make sure you research what the price point is at that point. You know, that was a learning curve for me that first year at Megacon. I had a bunch of pops that I just wanted to get rid of because I was like, I'm not getting into the line, or I just didn't want them anymore. And I literally just upcharged a little more for them than what I paid just to sell them, and had absolutely zero clue that these things were going through the roof pop culture-wise, and the price points on them were unreal. And I lost out on a lot of money for some of them, and I till this day kick myself in the butt for
It happens, bro.
I know it does, and
happens.
it's a learning curve. And
You got
I've
so
never
much
done
stuff,
it again.
it's hard to remember what you got, what's going up. I mean,
Yeah.
I've got burned on some toys before. It's just,
Yeah, I
it's
really-
the cost of doing business.
Oh man, that burned
You
my
know?
ass so bad on that job when I saw.
still have
it, I was
anxiety
like,
about it?
I do.
You don't have
Really
anxiety
bad.
like you do with that Canada exclusive G.I. Joe toy I lost out on. Remember that one? Oh my God, bro.
That was bad. That was bad. Little backstory on that one. So Sean had these G.I. Joe lots that he bought a while back, right? And then
Yeah, I bought a big G.I. Joe collection off a guy, and
Mm-hmm.
he had tons of stuff. It was the figures he had were new.
Mm-hmm.
He had over 100 loose 25th anniversary type figures. He had G.I. Joe convention exclusive figures,
Yep.
but the vehicles were all vintage.
Yeah,
And it was a Canadian exclusive, like
Kmart one, wasn't it?
something
Canadian
like, or
exclusive
Sears.
I think it was. Well, they were both owned. Yeah, it was
It
Kmart,
was
Sears, or
the
something.
Cobra gun that was pulled
Missile
behind,
launcher,
missile
right?
launcher
Yeah.
that was like hooked up to the Jeep. And I had the G.I. Joe one and I had the Cobra one, and I couldn't find the Cobra one anywhere
And
on
you kind
eBay.
of priced it with the GI
And I
Joe
lumped
one
them in
for
together,
it.
yeah. And so I just like, well, I'll just
Oh
lump it
my
in with this
God.
G.I. Joe one, and I think I put it up for like $25 or something.
Some
like
guy
that.
flew on there for
Sold
you, right?
instantly.
Yeah.
And I didn't think anything of it. And normally I don't get to like packing stuff up right away, but I managed.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I packaged it up that day, like right away, mailed it out. Or actually, I packaged it out. And a lot of times, Lisa, because I'm working so much, I'd be like, hey, babe, can you drop this off at the post
Sure,
office
yeah.
for me? And sometimes I've caught her before telling me she's dropped stuff off at the post office, and she didn't. Because one time I had to get something out of her car, and she's like, yeah, I dropped your eBay packages off today at the post office. And I go to get something out of her car, and my packages are all sitting there. I'm like, I thought you went to the post office. She's like, oh, sorry. I'm like, whatever. So this one time I called, because after I
The one time you didn't
Dude,
want her to do it.
yeah, people were messaging on eBay like hours later, like, hey,
still got
you
that?
still have this? I'll give you $350, $400 for this right now. Like, bunch of messages. I'm like, oh my God, like, what is this thing?
Yeah.
And this one guy told me in the message, I'm like, holy shit, I didn't even know that. So I call Lisa, hey, did you drop that off at the post office? She's like, yeah, I did. I go, no. I was like, tell me the goddamn truth. If you didn't, I really don't care. Like, is it still in your car? She's like, no, I really did drop it off this time. I'm like, oh my God. And I even messaged the dude on eBay. I said, hey, sorry, my wife sold this on accident, and I didn't really mean to. You know, I mean, of course, the guy like ghosted me. Didn't
Of
say
course
anything.
he did.
But
He
you know
knew what he
Yeah,
got.
this motherfucker had the audacity.
Yeah.
Didn't even leave me positive feedback. And he got this like $350 super rare, might even more than that.
Oh,
for,
I
like,
forgot about
basically got
that.
it for free because he paid
Yeah.
the price of the G.I. Joe one and got the other one like as a package deal.
Oh my God.
I still have anxiety about it today.
Dude.
Brutal.
Yeah, I don't. Well, we're right there, man.
Live
well,
and you learn.
yeah. Hey, listen. So here's one I really will kill.
So not such an 80s expert, I guess.
It's okay, bro. We all make mistakes.
Yeah.
Well, here, I'll tell you one particular Funko Pop I sold at that Megacon show. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
yeah.
Yeah.
was
What?
Samuel L. Jackson from the Avengers.
Uh-huh.
And I sold him for $15. And at the time, I think he was up to 50 at the time. And I mean, even a year after that, he went up to 75, and he just continued to climb. And I almost
brutal.
died. I was like, "You've got to be kidding me!" And another pop that I had was a Halo one. It wasn't even Master Chief. This was before Funko got the full license for it, where they were making all the different characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think they only managed to get they only were allowed to make a Grunt and Master Chief, and I had the Grunt.
The Grunt Funko Pop?
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't have Master Chief. I don't really want this in my collection. So I took it to the show, and I was selling for $15.
Is that the one where the kid was all excited?
Yes.
Like, this is only $15.
And I should have immediately clicked in my head that, oh my God, this dude's way too excited. I better look this up.
$15, I'll take it.
Yeah, and I didn't. And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, stupid me for that.
Right.
I'm like, yeah, it's 15. Kid paid me, rolled out of there, and I was like, man.
I got to look into this.
Yeah, I looked it up on my phone. That pop was going for $90.
Oh, my God, bro.
And I was like, oh, my God. You've got to be kidding me.
What about my Mega Man 60 you fucking sold when I went to the bathroom or something?
Oh God.
Remember that?
Oh,
I'm like, hey,
Jesus.
watch my side of the booth, bro. You're like, yeah, man, I sold your Mega Man 60.
Dude, I
like
was calling you.
$20.
And,
or
I
something.
know the phone service is awful in the convention center.
Yeah. Well, it's my fault for not
But-
pricing everything out.
And-
I always
yeah,
go in
and
there,
I
like,
had
never,
no idea.
I never put price tags on anything. I'm like, I don't know,
No.
$7, whatever.
And I'm like, and I even like, I'm like mad at you at times when you like undersell some of your stuff.
Oh yeah,
Because I'm like,
I've had
Sean,
some
what
low
the hell, man? You
moments.
could have got $10 for that. What are you doing
I
selling for
have
$7?
yeah. I mean, sometimes I have those
You know?
like sad, like
So sad Sean moments.
yeah. Remember that one time we did that show and I was like, I don't know. I think I was like drinking. Or I was like not in like, it's not in the best place. And I was like,
I was giving stuff
was
away. And I'm like, oh my God,
I was like moping around the booth like it was that small show.
I used to do Megacon.
I used to do Megacon. Now look at me.
Look at me.
You remember I sold that like G.I. Joe vintage vehicle to that dude for like $5. You're like, what are you doing? I was like,
Oh
care.
God, I was
get
dying.
it outta
I was
here.
dying in my booth.
I had those comic book tables that I was trying to sell, and like I was like, no one wanted.
Yeah, you were like, I'll give it to you for 10. I'm like, what are you doing? Oh my God, you're like,
Dude.
I don't care. I want to get rid of him. I'm like, dude, come on, man.
That was
dying.
a low point in my life. Come on, bro.
I know.
I've come up
It's
since
okay.
then.
It's all right.
We all have our ups and our downs.
Glad to see the new Sean. I don't like mopey.
Yeah, I
Sean.
rose like a phoenix. I'm back now.
Rose from the ashes.
But guys, if anyone wants any tips on conventions, what it's like to do
Absolutely.
one, what the load-in is like, what to expect,
Mm-hmm.
watch out. People will steal from your booth too. Don't think just
Yeah,
because they're nerdy doesn't mean they're not thieves.
No.
Yeah,
And like I said, the biggest tip we can give you to put in your booth is you just got to keep on trends and see what's out there popular and see what you can get for a good price, and then try to do the best you can about flipping it and making your piece off of it. So
yeah. If you wanted to do a big show like Megacon, I definitely would recommend doing it with a buddy. 'Cause I did it by myself, but it was tough. I remember I had like my mom come down. I'm like, Ma, I need you here. One of my
dude, I can't.
Lisa
I
was there.
still
My
can't
mom like
believe
watch my booth for
how you loaded your truck and that trailer you borrowed off our buddy
the first year I
Jared.
did it? Yeah.
And
wasn't
yeah,
easy.
Man, my God, man. I mean, I know what you and I went through when we did load in and load out.
Yeah.
Do it by yourself? Oh my God.
Well, because we have so many loose, like odd things, it's hard to display everything like that.
Sure, yeah.
But it's a great time, man, and it's fun. If you like toys, you like the industry of it, it's an awesome time to be in a big show like that. I mean, I loved it. I want to do it again. It's like I said, it just got too expensive, and it was just.
Oh yeah.
Plus, the collection I had I didn't have the right stuff to make to justify paying for that kind of a booth. Right now we can just do the smaller shows with
Yeah,
what I
absolutely.
have inventory wise, really. But we're gonna ramp back up, and we're gonna get it, man. We're gonna get after it. I can't
Absolutely.
wait. I'm psyched. The
No,
show's
I'm
gonna-
excited, man. I always, it was always me picking up that U-Haul on the first day, man. I'm like, man, we're back. This is
Yeah.
it. We're doing it. I used to love that, man. Can't wait to do it again.
Yeah, I can't wait to do it again. Like I said, if anyone out there is selling a collection in the greater Orlando area, and if it's a big enough collection, we'll travel,
Yeah, absolutely.
further in Florida. We're always buying too. Feel free to hit us up. We always offer a fair price. We're very competitive. Anybody comments, questions, anything you want to hear on the show, any ideas, any toys you want to discuss, hit us up. Twitter,
Yeah, absolutely.
at TM Toy Pod, Instagram TM Toy Pod, Facebook The Multiverse of Toys Podcast. You can email us directly to our website, email us multiverse@thetoypodcast.com. That's also the website, thetoypodcast.com. Already, AC, Mr. MOC, you got anything else before we get out of here?
No, I think we hit it all up, Sean. This sounds great, man, and always a good time, buddy.
It's a blast, bro.
Yep.
We'll catch up with you guys next week on our episode 5. That'll be episode 5. We got 4 episodes now, baby.
I know we're getting there.
We're on
getting up there.
Spotify. We're on a bunch of places now. We're still pending on Apple, but we'll get there.
We'll get there.
It's a learning process for us.
Thanks,
too.
folks. We enjoy the time sitting here talking about it, and I hope you did too. So
thanks for joining us. Peace out.
see ya.